Okay, my name is Ken Cook. I'm with Friends of Wolf Run, and we're here today because of water quality, trying to improve the water quality in our creek that runs through western Lexington. With the help of the City of Lexington and the Kentucky Division of Water, we've come up with a water quality management plan that has identified over 130 different ways we can improve the water quality in our creek. And what we're doing today is trying one of those ways. We're calling them floating wetland islands. And essentially you put a bunch of wetland plants on a raft, float it out on a pond, and those plants do what plants do. They absorb nutrients, and nitrogen and phosphorus is a pollutant, a concern in our creek. They can reduce heavy metals because of the bacteria that grows on the roots. And they can add a touch of color and some aesthetics to the pond. Sometimes stormwater ponds are just look like pits, and you can put some flowering plants out there. And they also provide a little bit of habitat. You'll see some turtles or some waterfowl or that kind of stuff roosting on the ponds themselves. So we have 3 teams competing today. Each team was given a budget and allowed to design their own island, and the teams had science advisors who consulted with them on plant choices. The judging is on 6 different criteria. And we've set up durability. You know, do they survive through the weather? The function of the plants, do they perform well? Cost, is it economical? Management, can we move them around and, can we pull them out and put them back in? And then aesthetics, how pretty they are. And actually, though, the judging is more like a baby contest. Our panel of judges are given free rein to choose whatever they want to do, and we've told our competing teams that bribes should start at no less than $50. You don't want to insult your judge for a bribe any less than that. There's a winner, and what differentiates the winners from the folks that are not chosen as one of the most outstanding islands is the team members are classified as Island Master First Class, whereas the team members of the other 2 teams that aren't selected as the winner are simply classified as Island Masters. We want this to lead to more of these. In Wolf Run Watershed, for example, there are 13 stormwater ponds that these could go on. And one of the hopes is that these types of natural processes could reduce the need for things like copper sulfate, for chelated copper compounds that people put in their ponds to try and keep the algae down. Because if you can reduce the amount of nitrogen and phosphorus in the pond, if you can reduce the amount of sunlight that's hitting the pond, you can reduce the amount of algae that grows in that particular area. So I think that, there may be a winner, there may be losers, but we're going to learn from each one of these islands, and I think that's the key thing here. A diversity of experiment, and we're going to find out what works and then expand this to other places. So I really think that Kentucky American Water, who gave us the funding to do this, needs to be thanked. I think that the Division of Parks and Recreation, who basically is allowing us to use this facility for this experiment, really needs to be thanked for taking the risk of allowing our people out on their pond. And the Division of Water Quality here in Fayette County, Urban County Government, needs to be thanked for their providing consultants and science advisors for the project and judges for the project. The Division of Environmental Policy in Lexington Fayette Urban County Government, who helped us develop the watershed management plan, needs to be thanked for this. And there's a whole lot of other commercial organizations such as EcoGrow, CDP, that have contributed to this, and we really appreciate their help. And this is an experiment. You can come out and look at this. It'll be these islands will be here through October, and you can help us judge how good they look, how well they're doing, and so we can try this at other places in the watershed.